Oh, shit. Oh, what the hell? Okay, I gotta fix that. It was working, now it's not working. There. Yeah, Alright. Hmm. Interesting. Hey guys. Let me move this out of the way because I was working on this earlier today. Get the actual project back out. Actually, you know, I should fix that. Hmm. Oh, I guess it got messed up. Setting got destroyed the other day. So I can't flip the camera like I wanted to. Because it's not letting me do it. Eh, it is what it is. Uh, oh, damn it. I had everything set up and I completely forgot about it because I got sidetracked waiting for stuff to get together. So I didn't have my drink ready. Let's see if anyone else shows up. Do 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 do. There we go. Hmm. Do 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 do. Ah, there we go. Hey, Bill. Not a whole lot. Just gonna try to knock out some more of this rig. As you see, it's actually gotten quite a bit different the last time you saw it. Where the hell are they? There they are. So last time you saw it was about a lot of 2 inches off the back of the frame rails here. But I goobered. I gotta pick all these apart. So I'm still missing a part. I'm still missing the metal hinge that goes on the fifth wheel plate. No, I'm not. Right here. Yeah, the only problem is I can't spin it. Like, I'm not even going to be able to mount this to it because the part... Oh, yeah, I did need some more work on this, too. Oh, there it is. So now this actually fits on there, but I'll show it in a little bit. But, yeah, I got the fuel tank on. The original idea was to hide the battery in here, and it was just a little baby 3-cell that's going to go in here. But now that this is actually, now that the axle's in its position where it's going to sit, no longer access the fuel tank properly. Or how I originally envisioned being able to do it. We were going to put this little 1300 3S in it, because it would fit inside the fuel tank. But can't get the front off, can't get the back off. You can't access it. So it is what it is. So that means everything's going under the hood. I did warn you guys that it was going to be, you know, a lot farther along than the last time you guys saw it. Yeah, it is what it is, though. Can't completely be upset about it. Oh, it would help if I actually put the right bit on my driver. Oh, yeah. So the other idea I have for the fuel tank is going to require cutting the, essentially cutting the backside of it. Here, I'll do this. So, essentially, since that's the top, it was going to be open up this area here, and then you can slide the battery in from underneath, from the backside. So when you're looking at it here, it still looks like a normal, when you're looking at the tank from the side, it's there. Nice. But I gotta essentially cut all this out so this fits in there. And then it's gotta wire up to the up underneath the cab to get access to everything. I'm surprised, Bill. I'm literally honest, man. I'm surprised I don't see Bill Up or any of those guys ever over here. Kind of sad. I like them. No I'm kidding. No, I like everybody. Yeah, Ivan was nice, and I sat there and even posted up on my YouTube, or not my YouTube, but my Facebook, actually, that I was going to be doing this again. Which I never post anything on Facebook. Not a big fan of the platform. But I didn't realize that Jeff did, to be honest. I'm gonna have to reschedule my series just so it, we don't conflict. In a sense, like I thought Tuesdays was empty. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I thought Tuesday night was empty on it because we got Thursday with Ryan, you on Monday, Ryan again on Sunday, and then you got Scale Builders Guild on Wednesday, and of course, Josh from Harley Designs. Wednesday night, so it's like I really don't like to step on other people's toes type deal. You know what I mean? Yeah, so I thought it was the other Jeff. I knew someone was on Friday nights as well. Like I don't do Monday because I'm not going to step on your toes, and besides that, I like to get real flight out and fly with you anyways. So. But yeah, literally, I'm literally just waiting on a singular part right now, Bill. And the guy was supposed to bring it over. Oh, I found that bumper mount. Like, okay, bring it over so I can get this truck done. Oh no, I'll give it to you. I'll give it to your old lady on Thursday when she's at work because I'm not going to drive over there. Not gonna take 20 minutes to get over here to drop off the part that I need to finish your truck. But whatever. Yeah, these are actually the pieces for the shocks. Get these on and get the shocks on this thing, and then literally the suspension's done. Yeah, for this build, I'm only missing one part. Because I have all the electronics for Bill. So I have all the electronics. I have all the parts except for the front bumper mount. If I had the front bumper mount, I'd have the front bumper on and I can mount the cab. And then it just Missing tray. Oh, that one thing I was, the parts tree, you mean, the missing tree. No. No, I never found it, didn't need it. I just made the parts instead. I printed them instead. Well, it's just easy little pieces of black, 1.5 millimeter plastic, Bill. So it's just modifying, just like. I'm trying to step over. I know why the fuck you're trying to step over. Sorry. The other half knows I'm doing this and decides to walk through and pull the cord. I don't even know how the fucking cord looks now. Now, because I can't see my... Whatever. Don't care anymore. Nope. Yay. Oh. Alright, Bill. Oh, great. There. I get really pissed off here in a moment. Welcome back, Bill. There. Shocks are done. I'm gonna put the fuel tank back on, though. I think it just looks better with the fuel tank on it. I even made the drive shaft for this thing, too. Ah! I'm just having all kinds of butterfingers. Yeah, I had to trim 2 inches of rail off the back of this thing. So 2 inches of frame rail got cut off, and the axle got rear end got moved forward because when I did a test look, hey Fred, man, don't you just love the latency of streaming? But I should get that plate out and see what's actually going to happen. Oh, I don't have that plate. Ooh. Looks like I'm going to have to make another part. Because I realized that the plate for the European truck, which is what this is, won't work on this truck. But, there's the drive shaft. And here's the ESC that it's going to use is an ESC this size, which will be able to go right there on top of the servo. And then I had the receiver. Oh, I put the receiver back in the box. I'm not going to go take that thing back out. But, yeah, we've essentially got 2 more parts to build. That's in this bag. And essentially most of the truck will be, okay. Well, glad you made it there, Fred. Hope the funny thing is a lot of this hardware that's in these bags is also the hardware needed for the body. But this body's different. Oh, Fred, it's fine. I'm not. Me and Bill were talking earlier. I was like, it kind of sucks that I'm over. The other Jeff is streaming too tonight, and I didn't know that he had a Tuesday night deal. So it's like we're all kind of like stepping on each other's toes in a sense. And I myself don't like that. Nice. So essentially what I'm doing right now is I'm building this. Oh, wait. So, that's not the right one. Should look like that. Oh, wait a minute. Nope, that won't even. Cool. Actually. Hey, gotta give it up for cheap Chinese stuff, man. Because, yeah, they copied that, but, their fifth wheel plate is, different. Hey, Don! Yeah, there used to be a gentleman that I watched every Thursday night, believe it or not, before I started watching Ryan, was Scale Science, did RC Drift stuff, and I was always hanging out with them on in their stream. So what's really funny about this is going to end up having the same thing as you see. I got a little grab handle on this to actually activate the fifth release for the Kingpin on the fifth wheel. I gotta get one of those out of my stash of them because I printed and designed these myself, little T handles. I've been making those for a while, actually. I think I got a box of them around here somewhere. Yeah, it was kind of hard for me to compete with Jeff, man. Jeff just a great guy to watch. Okay, so these are not needed for this. And this is not needed. Just all this crap. And actually, yep, that's what I thought. I need something just to double check the orientation of that. I hate my screen auto locks on my phone. There it is. Nope, I do. I watched the this IC chat from my phone. So I keep track on what you guys are doing and saying. But the phone likes to, the screen likes to auto lock. There it goes again. There we go. There's that. Now we're going to sit there. That doesn't go anywhere yet. I know it's not the best exciting tonight, as I'm just finishing up the last couple pieces that I can't actually build. So, Fred, it started out as... Oh, come on, I hate these press fits sometimes. So, it was this. So, it's a Hercules Hobby Scania 4x2 truck that I'm using essentially as a base to build a custom day cab like delivery truck. Like you see in the 80s, like your city delivery style truck. And I was commissioned to build it. So I took 2 inches out of the frame and chopped the frame 2 inches down to get the wheelbase right. Because these 4x6s, like, the rear axle sat past this stock. So the rear axle would be all the way out here. So this essentially started out as just a, that kit for the parts, for the bones, and then everything is scratch custom after that. Like these gas tanks are from a Tamiya Grand Hauler kit. The transmission, believe it or not, is not the transmission that comes with the kit, because I have to get new bearings for it. So that's a Tamiya gearbox. Tamiya's quarter fenders. Tamiya's mud flaps and mounts. Even the wheels, the front wheels here are Tamiya wheels that I had laying around. And the drive shaft, I think, is from something. I can't remember where I got the drive shaft. I do a bunch of scale crawler stuff, so it's probably a drive shaft. I took off one of them when I upgraded to a full metal drive shaft. But I do a lot of like scratch built stuff as well. So like I know with Ryan, as awesome as his builds are, where he just takes the chassis and then scales the body to it, I scale my chassis around the body. And what wheels and tires I'm going to run. Like when I finish building this sucker, I'm actually going to start building a, I've got another truck I've got to build. One of my scale crawlers. Where I'm going to try doing a leaf spring conversion. On leaf spring conversion on the VS410. Like this day cab body is actually something that I chopped up. I had found a 3D file of a globe liner, regular day cab or regular cab globe liner, and then I sliced it and shunted it together to create this. Now I'm not responsible for finishing the body. That's the guy wanted a dirt cheap print, so I told him I wasn't doing any post processing. So all the body sanding and all that stuff was on him, Fred. Because I was already giving him a good deal on this build for him. So he's already getting a steal. Like, I used to love my axial trucks, but I got rid of all of them. I really should bring another truck out of retirement, actually. I think you guys might get a kick out of this truck if I bring it out. Because I need to do metal body panels on it. I need to take the front apart on it, actually. Come on. Spring tension. But hiding in a shelf, or I should say hiding in a drawer, I have one of the old Batera twin hammers, along with an ascender. But I think I may re-axle the ascender. Because, well, you can't buy axle parts for it anymore. So, no point in keeping it around. That way, and using those axles. When they had the built-in, no, drive shaft was built into them. So the drive shaft to the rear, that's going to be entertaining. Another rabbit hole. Now the part we all get to love working with. Where do they want me to put the spring? Oh, they actually want me to put the spring on the outside. Interesting. See, Tamiya has you actually put the spring inside. Cool, actually. Move that. There's that. Yep, that's in its right hole. Now we just gotta get this lined up here. And we'll do. Wow, it does not want to pass through that. Well, I don't have my exact... Maybe I do. Nope, not in that parts drawer anymore. I used to keep an M3 drill bit right next to me, but, yep, nope, not today. Ooh. Eh. The one issue with you know, Chinesium kits. Sometimes you gotta clearance the stuff yourself. Okay, perfect. Now where did... I had that part out, and now it's gone. Yay! Nope, found it. We're good. Where'd it go? Oh, by the way, I was looking for that exact 3mm drill bit. Okay. I moved stuff around on myself again. I forgot where I put that damn. Oh, there it is. Well, this one will work anyways. Yep. Oh, wait till Fred, wait till you see exactly what I've done to my TF2. That thing has been 4 different wheelbases since I've owned it. And I've had it for 8 years now. And I would just change the wheelbase to fit whatever body I was running on it. Yeah. I know, I totally should buy a Tamiya E-clip tool, but too broke for that. I hate the fact that my screwdriver is magnetized. Hmm. Ah. Hmm. Well, thanks, Don. This right here is the therapeutic part. I love the engineering challenge of making something like this work. That's what I strive for. It's like, this is what gets me doing stuff. Shit. I gotta see if I got one of this. Nice, friend. I actually had chili. That's what I made myself for dinner tonight. I had chili. Or I should say I warmed up some, leftover chili, but. I know I have a whole run of those things printed off. It's just trying to remember what box I threw them in. Because I don't want to just pull the one off there. But then again, it's 3 screws and that comes apart, so I'm not worried about it. Well, I have airplanes too, Don. I've got the Agros, or that's just the Hobby King C-130 that I bought, that me and my father co-own. I bought it for him for his birthday since he was he was a flight engineer on C-130s. So I saw the RC C-130. I'm like, oh, I got to get that for him. That thing would be cool. Granted, he doesn't fly very much. Then I have a Turbo Timber, and then to teach him how to fly, I bought him a Carbon Cub. When I was like and not the RTR one, because I actually had decent radios. But I bought him the Bind and Fly. Excuse me. Hey, Albon. Always staying hydrated. Dude, this was a frame on last Tuesday's stream. There's a bare rails. Yeah. Wait. Oh, crap. Do. Ah, come on now. Wow, it won't let me do it from the phone. Interesting. I'll deal with it in a moment. Where did it go? Screw it. This'll work. He gets some fancy stainless steel hardware from K&K Hardwares put on this thing. You get Scale. You get bored of CarX already? Or are you waiting on me because you want to get the doors of the van? But Scale, does this thing need more steering angle? Nah, I'm not gonna gut that one. I totally should gut that one, but that's okay. We're through all the hardware for this thing. I'll show my how I modify the steering on these things in a moment. Everything needs more cowbell. Okay, let's see. Oh, there it is. You got moved. One more little bastard. There we go. Forgot that I was working on something over there. And now what gives? Oh. There. There it goes. Yeah, these 4 screws that I'm messing with right now, I had to hand drill these into this chassis, drill and tap them when I had to shorten everything up. Well, without that front bumper mount, I can't mount the cab. But let's go ahead and knock out. Wow, I still have an hour to go. We'll be out of parts by then. Look, we'll be out of parts here in a couple of minutes, actually. Gotta be able to access these shock mounts. Now, because the Euro trucks, their axle sits back behind here, I actually flipped the shock mounts because the shock mount's supposed to be up here, and this axle's supposed to be further back. But Since the American style build, everything is forward. And we're going to get rid of this. I just keep that in there just because I know I don't want to lose it. Interesting. So it uses... Okay, okay. I see how they're doing there. Hmm. Ah, you're in shadow. I'm sorry. Not sorry. Wow. You go like that and go home. There. It works. And just because I didn't like the fact that some of those nuts just did not look right. I had to throw away, I think, like 15 of their um nuts. That's it. Their M3 nylon lock nuts, because their lock nuts were all jacked up. Thought I had some black ones in there, but I guess not. So I guess he's gonna get some stainless. Ah. And then one more. There. Yeah, all my stainless steel hardware is courtesy of Kirby K&K Hardware. Guy's always done right by me at all the RC events, so I always buy a Mega and Monster bag from him whenever I can. Ah. There. Took me a while to find the hood. I know that's what she said. But found it. Should have put some flour on it. I might have found it easier. Or I could have looked at it from this way. There. So anyone got any other build ideas that they want to do, or for themselves, for someone else? Love bearing wheels. Since I didn't have my finger on there, bearing shot right out. Do 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 do. Oh, it dropped. Nope, didn't drop on that motor. Yay! Well, there it goes. Yeah, I've got. So I always try to do my building around this time. So either the upgrades or full on new builds. Oh yeah, I forgot. Can't go super tight with this one. Yeah, we're going to make axle shafts that have a stop on them for the nut, but we're not going to set it to where that will fit with the wheels. So when you go to crank it down, you'll tighten right onto the wheel and make the wheel lock the wheel up. Yay! So just because you see a good deal on, oh, do you think these Hercules Hobbies kits are actually really nice? No, I do not recommend, unless you're a seasoned builder and know how to work with holes that are not tapped properly and or not drilled correctly through, or right clearances. Um, And you got hardware out the wazoo that you can replace crap hardware with. I don't recommend a Hercules kit. Like, I recommend their bodies. Like, I do happen to like the Hercules bodies, because where else are you going to get a semi-truck cab that has a full interior and opening and closing doors? They just don't exist unless you completely custom where you take one of, you got the regular Tamiya one and you cut the doors out and do piano hinges for door hinges on it. Which I have seen done a couple times. I thought it was really cool. Excuse me, couldn't mute my mic in time. Yeah, I still haven't bought my leaf spring mounts yet for my axles. Okay, and I'm waiting for the guy. So I'm waiting for the guy to bring me the front bumper mount and the new servo to mount here so I can actually get the 3-gear transmission working. That's what I'm waiting on. And then once I have those parts, just essentially is, because I'll have the bumper, I'll be able to tap the bumper for the hinge that I'll be able to put here to make this hinge forward. Put a little deck right here so I can mount all the electronics on it. And then this is off to him to finish the rest of it. Again, these guys are funny. Yay, typical fashion. They tell you to put the rear cross member in backwards. So I have to pull this rear end apart to flip this cross member over the correct way. So you can actually mount the shocks to it correctly. The nice thing is, though, watch how easy it is for me to take this back end off. Oh yeah, and then they tell you that their plastic molding is a little oversized. Oh yeah, it's not fun pulling this thing out, by the way. Oh yeah. You. So the tolerances here from this piece to this piece and the frame rail are too close. So yeah, it's in there. You gotta use quite a bit of force. I want to fix that. That should have done the first time. But they have this shown installed like that. Well, the problem is your screws got to go through here to get these capture nuts. These pressed in capture nuts. Nope, I went too far. Pull it back. Got it. Okay, these are for the top. So we'll go and throw the tops in. They made an access hole though. Wait, did that seriously push that capture out? Oh yeah, I pushed it all the way out. Okay, there it is. Okay, I'm gonna make it easier on myself to get access to this, where I need to get access to now to put this sucker back in there. So these are coming back out. Not like putting stuff together and then taking it right back apart again, huh, guys? It's all right. But it's part of custom building, so yeah, you just gotta make do with what you gotta make do with, man. That's the way I look at it. See, now that's too big to go in there. Plastic, I will say this, the plastic also feels really weak. Exactly, Fred. Yeah, but that makes no sense. Because the screw's too long. Did they, like, give me the wrong hardware again? I wouldn't, we're talking about Hercules here. I would not put it past them that they gave me the wrong hardware length. No, they gave me the right ones. But they amended it. So, the rod ends that you saw me changing at the very beginning there, Bill, were the ones I needed to have on the rear. When other companies use these all the way around. Whatever. Got ahead of myself on that one. So, whatever. I can always just grab different hardware in it too, so not that big of a deal. But so we'll put this thing away, because I am not too keen on the fact that I'm missing the most important part that I feel that I need to finish to get the motivation to finish it. But I'll show you the crazy old one that I'm working. My crazy old TF2 Fred that's been like all kinds of different messed up. So Fred, hmm? Yeah, I'm gonna probably end the stream early tonight. But so this is my TF2 that I decided I just put the scale drivetrain in because it was running the 2-speed and then a Titan 1-to-1 transfer case, which they don't make anymore. But did I already put it away? I put that box. I put it away, didn't I? So I have to make a custom skid plate for this thing, or I should say mount for the motor and T case. But this T case is supposed to be mounted like this. Granted, like that. But RC Full Drive loves to have their output on the same. They're like, nah, I'm all about scale. So I ended up cutting this off the T case, which is here, and then trimmed down the output and re-drilled the hole for the coupler. Because that's how long that strap's supposed to be. So that would have put the transfer case back here. But it's been cut. And this T case they're double bearinged. The outputs on the RC4 Drive T cases are double bearinged. Yeah, gimme. Oh, caught on the actual the rest of the T case. So this is the exact same T case, but you can barely see in there. There's bearing right at the base, and right there is a bearing right underneath that piece of metal too. So I was like, oh, cool. I can just cut that, just trim that down. So then I'd be able to do it. So I just cut the end off, re-drilled the hole, and remounted it. Because that's one thing that always pissed me off about Arch Photo. They're all about their scale detail, but yet then they have their transfer cases and their scale transmission, and then they make the transfer case exit, have the rear exit out the side, the same side as the front. Like, wait. Yeah, okay, there it goes. So the other thing is, so this is also has, I'll pull that off, and then we'll get rid of all this extra wiring that's just hanging out. Yeah. So I actually do have a winch mounted in my front bumper that I made myself, but custom front reverse kit that I made before A&A or A&M made theirs. Made their reverse kit. And before even RC Full Drive came out with theirs too, they made one too. But Bell House rear things. But if you actually look at the frame, see how it's all shiny here. Because I've had my rear leaf springs mounted all the way up here. I've had them back. I've had them pretty much all around in here. I had another frame rail. This is the second set of frame rails I put on this truck though. Was it had holes literally this distance spaced all the way up and down this rail, all the way to here. For the different wheelbases I could set it to. Like right now, this is set up for the wheelbase that this thing is set at right now with this 1/4 inch back spacing here, which is actually a, oh god, C-Hand LC70 wheelbase fix piece. Because I had built a long wheelbase TF2 with the LC70 in it at one point. But, yeah. Then the bell house, the rear shackle mounts, the rear shackle hangles to fix the geometry so it doesn't lock up when you bottom it out. Oh, I freaking love these things. Like, I got this truck. And then I got this one. Sorry, the body for my Phoenix, my BS410. But then I showed the Suburban that I was building. And I'm just waiting for it to be warm so I can actually paint everything. And I do need to go to the place and print thing. But this is a GCM Racing from Camp Canada. Chris and Dana designed out this frame, and then this is their scale transmission and their T-case. Fred. This is what's called a C-Max chassis. And then the transmission, their scale transmission setup is called the LR2. The LRT2. And it's got a little bit of an overdrive built into the front. But you can see how holy the frame is. So you could build it for any length, and if you don't need this, you could cut it off. I think this for a builder, someone that likes to like custom build their own things, this chassis set is amazing. Because you can essentially do anything. Like they have set up to where you can do the leaf spring mounts like what I have on this truck. They have it to where you can have coil sprung, to where the actual coil spring is separate from the spring. So divorce coil spring setup. They also have a link setup, a radius arm setup. So you have it radius armed. It's crazy what GCM's done with this chassis. And then this is their scale drivetrain. And this is the same drivetrain I have in my night custom modified Night Runner, Element Night Runner that I love. And it runs and drives. I just got the drive shafts in the other day and put them on the truck. I still haven't figured out what tire I'm gonna run on it yet. It's gonna be a tiny tire, but I haven't figured out what rims I want to run on it yet. Because I do love my my SSD beadlocks, 155 beadlocks with my tiny tires. And then I've got my VS410 that I've got to tear apart and put the servo mount that goes right here. So I can run 2 micro servos, and then it gets this GMC body on it. But the problem that I'm running into, Fred, maybe you might be able to answer this question for me, Fred, is do I get the leaf spring mounts that they make for these F10 axles, okay, or do I get the leaf spring mounts that they make to put leaf springs on these axles, on the axial axles? So, and these actually have the SSD manual locking front hubs. That's why it has the rotor stuff on them. But then you're limited to only running SSD wheels. Which is the funny thing is I might take them back off these axles and put them on these axles. So I'll have SSD weighted knuckles and the manual locking front hubs. But yeah, Twisted Fab makes the leaf spring conversion for this thing, but it's 200. I think it comes with springs. I think it's 200 with his stage 1 springs. I think it's like $280 though. For the leaf spring conversion kit for the VS410. For his, anyways. I think I might design my own. Because I'm not trying to go super crazy, lots of flex, because I already did it with my TF2. So. Well, like, I know what he's using for his springs. He goes and buys, there's a distributor that sells just the return springs for like your pool starts, for like your lawnmowers and your the lawnmower and weed eaters. He uses that spring steel, that essentially clock spring style spring, and he just hacks them up and rolls them over. Like, I think it's cool. But then again, I did drop, $800 on a GCM chassis, so I dropped that on transmissions. Like, those LRT2s are 240, 200. When I got them, they were $280 just for that transmission. So it's not a big deal. Like, I'll go ahead and do it. But I'm just like the weight and all that kind of stuff on it. Waiting for him to finish his website. But I have to cut the bed floor out to clearance my fuel cell and get a little bit more rail. Because I want the bottom of my bed to sit flush on the frame rails to get the right height of the cab. It's like I've done with this too on my TF2. That sits exactly how I want it on the rails. Perfect right out, and then I flex out the tire, it tucks the tire inside the wheel well. So, but yep. So I think I'm going to go and end it there. I just do not feel like taking the 10 minutes to dig out the other truck. That's a rarity that I need to get back up and running again. Fred, thanks for joining me. Bill, if you're still around, thanks for joining me. Thank you all guys for hanging out with me. Anyone I missed, appreciate it. Hope you guys enjoyed. I know it wasn't all that, didn't feel like it was all that eventful, but I do this for you guys. No. Peace out, guys. Have fun. Stay safe, stay warm, stay cool if you're, in a hot environment. But, peace.